Hello everyone. Today we will tell you about the film Indecent Proposal.
I were to offer you $1 million for one night with your wife.
For David, his wife Diana was more than just a wife. Diana thinks exactly the same. They met in college and have loved each other ever since. David became an architect and got a job in a small firm. All his free time, he tried to create the building of his dreams, and Diana supported him in everything. However, they are different people and they have their own habits. David threw things everywhere, which really annoyed Diana. But one way or another, all their quarrels ended in love. They had very little money and all they could afford was to look at architecture. And in the evenings, they dreamed of the house that David would design. One day a crisis came. David lost his job and the bank demanded that the loan be repaid, or they would take their house. David vowed to find a way where he could make a lot of money. He got the idea to go to the casino and try his luck. This day changed their future fate because Diana was noticed by John, just like she did him. Diana always dreamed of having expensive dresses, and while trying on such a dress, John calls out to her. Hearing that she has no money, he offers to pay for the dress. Diana replied that the dress might sell, but not she. A little later, John saw Diana again, but with David. After revealing that she has a husband, Diana kisses David. During this day, David managed to win a lot of money. All that remains is to find half of the debt.
2 hours tomorrow. We'll be home free.
Tomorrow, the duo returns to the casino, but this time, luck passed them by. They only had $4,000 left out of the 20 they won. Diana suggested flipping a coin and deciding what they should do. The coin indicated to continue playing, after which they lost all their money. While walking around the casino, they approach John's table. The man says that he is a billionaire. He plays exclusively with $10,000 gold chips. John notices David and asks just one question. Can he borrow his wife? David did not understand the essence of the question, and John clarified that it was for the sake of luck. David agrees, and the bet was immediately won. John offers Diana to bet $100,000. The cards turned out to be bad, and they lost. Then he suggests choosing another game. Diana chooses the bones. He allows Diana to use his $1 million. This time, Diana was lucky and won. She can take the money for herself. After a couple of minutes, John approaches David. He invites them to celebrate their luck and rent a room at his expense, adding that refusals are not accepted. And so the duo looks around their new room. Their joy is interrupted by a hotel worker. A man hands over a gift for Diana from Mr. John. It turned out to be the dress that Diana tried on. She wears this dress to an evening dinner, where John watches them dance. When there were a lot fewer guests, John says that he is convinced that absolutely everything in the world can be bought, even love. But Diana thinks differently.
That's naive, Diana. I buy people every day.
Then John suggests testing her theory. What if John gives $1 million for just one night with Diana? This is not a joke, but David has the final say. The duo refuses, and then John suggests they think again. Just one night will ensure a comfortable life. All night they think about the money offered. David is still against John's proposal. Diana is also against it, but she might agree for David's sake, because this money will allow them to build their dream home. After all, it is just the body, not the human mind. Tomorrow, David called his friend Jeremy. He works as a lawyer and helps draw up the contract. John signs the papers in anticipation of fun, after which Diana is left alone. Later, David greatly regretted his choice and ran back to their room. However, by this time Diana had disappeared somewhere. The worker said they left by helicopter. The final destination was John's yacht. There, John hopes that Diana will like everything and decide to stay with him. But Diana says that this definitely cannot happen. John then takes out his lucky coin, saying that if it lands on heads, it will stay. And if it lands on heads, they will go back to town. It comes up heads. A new day is coming. Diana returns to David's room. After some time, the duo buys 2 acres of land. The man says that they were late in repaying the debt, and now the property has changed hands. One way or another, they still have a lot of money and continue to live in their small house. David cannot forget the day Diana left with John. He convinces her to tell what happened, but she doesn't want to say anything. Then David looks into Diana's bag, where their photo and John's number were. When he went downstairs, he saw Diana calling someone. Apparently, he thought it was John, and then shows John's business card. Diana says this is the first time she has seen him. Tomorrow, Diana wanted to find out who exactly bought their land and made a special offer. This man turned out to be John. She finds him and breaks all the dishes. Diana orders her land back. John takes her outside and invites her to become his employee.
I want you to work for me.
Later, Diana returns home. David is very interested in where she went. Diana admits that she met John. David goes berserk and breaks the bottle. Diana swears that he should have no reason to be jealous. She hates him too. David wants to find out the truth about what happened on the yacht, and Diana has to tell everything. David doesn't want to hear that everything happened for his sake. David is sure that she liked John at first sight. Not wanting to be in such an environment, David goes to his friend.
You make a deal with the devil, and eventually you pay the price, right?
Diana called Jeremy to find out where David was. Jeremy tries to reconcile them, but to no avail. The next couple of weeks without David seemed like months to her. John came to the office where Diana works. The boss gives the task of showing this rich man their best house that is currently on sale. Diana gives a tour of the house while John tries to ask personal questions, but Diana tries to change the subject. John says he needs her, but Diana refuses, calling John a collector. John replies, "Not at the moment." To earn even more money, Diana got a second job. One day, John came there too. He enters the office and sits down at his desk. After which, he calls Diana a very beautiful and amazing woman, which is why he is crazy about her. Everyone starts clapping and laughing. Diana invites him to leave, but everyone is against it. After class, John takes Diana to his new home. John tells a story that a long time ago, he met a woman. He fell in love with her, but no matter how hard he tried to find her, she disappeared. Since then, every day he remembered her. John doesn't want Diana to become the same girl and asks for just one dance. A couple of hours later, he took Diana to her house and lastly they kissed. While sorting through the boxes, David finds photographs of Diana. Moments from their lives flash before his eyes, after which he tears up the photographs. One day, a completely drunk David finds Diana with John. He wants to talk to Diana, but he is forbidden to approach her. Then David says he still loves Diana and faints. Shackelford has to take David home. There are glued photographs of Diana hanging on the walls, and next to it stands a model of the finished house. Tomorrow, David collects a portfolio of his work and gets a job. Jeremy comes to David with bad news. Diana wants a divorce. David comes to a social party. John allows them to talk alone.
I think the mistake I made in Vegas.
After their conversation, David takes out the divorce document and then leaves. A little later, John admits that Diana means nothing to him. There were a huge number of people like her in his life, and his lucky coin only has one side. She had no chance to leave the yacht. Hearing this, Diana remembers all the best moments with David and how money is not so important. Diana comes to the island where 7 years ago, David proposed to her and finds him there. They both confess their love and live the rest of their lives together. This is where the film comes to an end. Subscribe to the channel if you liked the video. Do not forget to leave your comments. See you very soon. Bye.